6. Episode 6. Name this podcast. I'm Deep Roots.
You forgot the intro music. I'll go ahead and do it for you.
Seizure inducing. Oh man, yeah. I gotta say the last 2 weeks, we've been a little slow, a little disorganized here, but we'll get there eventually. Hey, how's it going, Spike? Highball, how's it going, gentlemen?
What up, what up?
What are you guys playing today? Spike, what are you playing, man?
Oh, we're just jumping right into it, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, we're getting dirty right now. We are getting dirty. I want to know what you guys are playing.
Well, while we're letting everybody get into the chat on our Twitch channel, we're going to go ahead and talk about what games we're playing. So yes, don't forget, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you want to go ahead and participate live, we're on Twitch at deeproots_games. And that's where you can actually get in there and live chat with us so that we can read your response and participate. So, what have I been playing this week? Let me think. Well, I went ahead and bought the duties of the Black of the Ops of the number 4.
Yeah, you did.
And, God, man, I've been just ripping through that. I haven't had much time for anything else besides Fallout Shelter. I've been kind of addicted to getting in there and doing my daily updates.
Have you platinum that? Have you platinum that one?
No, I've been going real slow on it. I mean, I have like 200,000 coins, 100 platinum, because I don't rush anything. I've seriously put like 15 minutes a day for the past 3 to 4 months. So, but yeah, Fallout Shelter is really cool, but I'm treating it almost like a mobile game where, I mean, that's what it originally was. So I'm pretty much going little by little, and I'm setting everything up and then putting it down and not touching it the rest of the day. Next day, come back, do another quest, maybe buy another room or make another baby or something, and then the next day come in and do that again. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I mean, sometimes I'll pop in Rocket League. Everybody knows I'm a Rocket League whore. But other than that, it's been Call of Duty, man. Zombies is where it's at. I really haven't played too much Blackout. Maybe about 10 matches. Lost every single one of them, but I think that's going to change. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Oh, I got some tips and tricks for you when we go to play later. I've been doing my research on the duty, and we're gonna get good. We're gonna go from scrubs to veterans real quick.
We're gonna get good.
Yes, we are.
That's Does anybody else watch the Achievement Hunters and their Get Good series?
I have not, but I wanted to kind of do something like that. But if somebody else is doing it, then I feel like I'm stealing, you know?
Well, that's what they call it, Get Good, and they pick a multiplayer game for the month, and they just strictly play that, and they try to get better at it. But you know them, they're more comedy than skill. So, but Achievement Hunter, man, awesome YouTube channel. I gotta recommend them too. They're the OG Rooster Teeth guys.
Yeah. Gotta love Rooster Teeth. Highball, what are you playing, my man?
A game called Life.
That's an awful game. I try and get away from that all the time.
Same as Spike was saying. Like, I was the first out of the 3 of us to get my dirty hands on the dirty ops, and I've been playing Black Ops 4, specifically Blackouts, since I got it last week. I got it a day early.
Oh,
any of you who are listening to the phone right now wondering how I got it early, I don't even know how I got it early. It's like it never really happened, and it just showed up in my bedroom in my PlayStation. So weird.
That is magical. I'm jelly.
Like that's all I've been playing. Like I've recently, like I've been playing with you guys, playing zombies, a little bit Blackout, a little bit multiplayer. but it's good. It's fun. It passes time. I just died. Like
Rip.
It's a good installment for the most part, being what everybody expected, and that is Blackout being a great mode. So, besides that, I don't have to play anything else. I don't want to really bring up Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. You playing that on the iPad?
Yeah. Not iPad, but tablet.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, there's a game. That's the one thing I always tell people who don't game and who like to say, oh, video games, they're stupid, da-da-da. If there's one thing I've learned, there is a video game for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's true. Even the grandmas out there.
On that note, I am as well playing Black Ops with my buddies, my friends, my bros.
The tribe.
Yes, the tribe is playing Black Ops, Zombies, Blackout, multiplayer. We're playing it all. But outside of that, I just beat Dying Light. I streamed it as well if anybody wants to catch some of those while they're still hot. I started...
Good.
Yeah, Dying Light. If I had to give it a
Did
roots
you stream
ranking,
the whole game?
I streamed probably half or 3/4 of it.
I was gonna say we could have exported the whole thing to YouTube, and it could have been like a playlist for it. Oh well.
Well, that's a
Are
good
you putting
idea
that with
for
Evil
the
Within?
future. I did, but to be honest with you, I played the first 20 to 30 minutes. I think I'm too impatient for it.
Oh, I'm
I
feeling
can't.
it, huh?
I
But
can't.
it's spooky.
It's
Spooktober.
it's really cool. It's really gory. It's really creepy and eerie. I love the monsters. The best way I can describe it to somebody is you can tell it's distinctly Asian product. It's developed by an Asian studio. And it's like they put a Time Splitters twist on the horror genre. Just how the action and the horror's displayed and all of that. It's not bad, but it's one of those things that I would rather watch than play.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, because like I got to an area and I'm like, where do I go? Okay, I kind of go this way. There's all these guys. I got to shoot them, or I got to walk this way, or make them chase me this way and then run and hide. And I'm just like, I can't get into it. Next, I might try and play it, but like I said, I'm a little bit too impatient for it.
Dude, I cut you off. You were about to give a roots rating on Dying Light. Sorry about that.
Yes, my roots rating on Dying Light. Shame! Shame finger. My roots rating on Dying Light, if nobody has bought it and it is $20 or below, you are doing a disservice to yourself if you do not play it. That game is excellent. And I wouldn't hesitate to buy Dying Light 2 day one full price.
Who was it again who recommended that game to you?
This guy to my left, Spike. I believe he ranted and raved, and I eventually bought it for like $10 with all the DLC, and then I probably sat on it for another 6 months before I really started to play. Oh.
You know what else this guy Spike did? He stole your land.
Yeah, that's
you stole my land.
Yeah,
And you actually physically went in and took his land. I was there.
My poor tile. But yes, Dying Light was a great game. If anybody hasn't played it, it is a must-play. I give it the must-play roots rating, and I'd give it a solid...
It really was a sleeper hit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't get a lot of press at all, but I mean, it was one of the best zombie games ever made, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, and on top of that, I really think there's 3 games that come close, or 3 games in a category by themselves when it comes to traversal mechanics. Dying Light, Assassin's Creed, and Mirror's Edge. Those are the top. Yeah, those are like the top 3, the top echelon of like games where traversal is key. Like a lot of
the hardcore parkour.
Yeah, dude, I really don't think you could do it better than how they did, unless you strap VR on your head, and then you're just gonna get nauseous.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and that game for coming out so long ago, having drop in and out co-op is just amazing. So Dying Light 2 will be a day one purchase from The Roots.
Nice.
Before we get into our topics, guys, quick discussion. A couple things in the news.
Ooh.
Rockstar.
Wait, we gotta have a little like, Roots news.
Oh,
No,
oh my
we gotta
god,
pay
I
for that
love
now.
it.
We gotta pay for that. Redact that. Redact that.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was original content. Original symphony. Original symphony. Don't copyright right there. Original symphony.
I changed the note in there a couple times, didn't I?
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Yes.
So from the news.
Roots news, the latest news right now. Rockstar devs, their lead developers, as reported by every video game outlet, that, oh my god, people were working 100 hours. They were forced to work 100-hour weeks. Have any of you ever worked a 100-hour week?
Well, let's see. That would be 14-hour days for 7 days a week, right?
Yes.
Do the math. No. I mean,
in my past life as an Egyptian block slave, I worked 100 hours a week. And I was reincarnated into this pasty, white skin complexion, lazy ass.
I can't imagine working that much. That's crazy.
I have worked, I believe, 86 or 87 hours.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, that was completely ridiculous. And that was with me finally taking a day off after working an over 24-hour shift, where I finally just said, don't call me, and I shut off my phone.
Nice.
So I think if you're passionate about it,
your console.
I think if you're passionate about what you're doing and you're willingly doing it and you are being compensated accordingly, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's insane, but I don't think anybody should ever be forced or pushed to do that, because
that's the key word in that article is it's forced. Like, it's article.
But it wasn't.
Well, yeah. Highball, I don't know if you've read all of it, but they updated it recently, and apparently they used to do forced overtime at Rockstar many years ago, but that is no longer the case. They're saying it was just some senior staff. Most of the staff, when they do overtime, they say they do 50 to 60 hours at the most, or at least the people that have come out. So I think that's okay, you know. I don't think that's bad, as long as they're paying you for it. As long as you're not. See, I think salary's okay if when you agreed to the salary, you understood that there was going to be some overtime, but nothing crazy, you know. 50 hours ain't bad. 60 hours is you just trying to get your job done or being passionate. I think anything beyond that is asking a little much.
Like, I remember hearing about the overtime, forced overtime for when they were doing the first Red Dead, and I believe it was, I'm pretty sure it was GTA 5. I remember reading about stuff in like I'm not gonna name websites because things have changed since then. But like, I remember reading about forced overtime when they were in production, studios working on GTA 5 and Rocksteady or Red Dead, and I was kind of like, okay, well, if you want to get a game out, you better put some time into it. But when it's forced overtime, it's like, how gray of a line is that? Like, do you really mean forced, or do you mean it's obligatory, like overtime? You know, like, you can't put a game out and say it's done if it's not done. So you gotta finish it. So is that forced overtime, or is it like they lock you in the room and don't let you out?
Yeah. With that being said,
that reminds me of when Konami was like keeping Kojima under lock and key. Remember all that?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Kojima,
strange time.
we don't
That's
leave.
strange time. Like, wait, Kojima's in a closet and he can't come
They've
out?
locked him in.
What?
He can't leave the country.
Not until he makes 1,000 Final Fantasies.
Metal Gear Solid.
Sorry, Metal Gear.
Oh boy. Well, Spike, can we get some more face music?
Well, I don't have my kick-ass drum kit
No,
anymore.
face
I
music.
had to sell
Use
it.
your words, aka the sounds that come out of your lips. Let's hear it.
Alright, here we
Make your
go.
lips into an O shape and then flick your cheeks.
Here's our transitional music to the first topic.
Oh man, we are the lowest of budgets. Highball, man, we missed you last week. So in honor of your absence last week, let's hear it. What you got for us?
Hold on a sec. So, just to remind everybody, please join the chat. Voice your opinions. Tell us what you think as we're talking about these topics. We want to hear what you guys have to say. So, go ahead and type it in, and we'll read it live on air.
Yeah, use those Twitter
what you got,
fingers.
Highball?
Okay.
He's
Are you
dead.
ready?
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
What's your topic?
Okay. Well, I was gonna bring up just a wee bit of news myself before I got to my topic.
Oh.
As you know, it's the year
Highball
of,
news. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh my goodness, no. You gotta pay for that shit. I pay for it. You pay for it. But can you guys believe it's 2018 and just the game I just mentioned because you were talking about Rocksteady forcing people to work overtime? Segue! I mentioned GTA 5. It's been 10 years since GTA 5 was released. How long ago does that feel?
No. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, 2008.
No. GTA
Yes.
5 came out not in... No. Hasn't been 10 years.
Or GTA 4, I'm sorry. GTA 4, my bad.
Yeah, that's more like
GTA
it.
4. April 2008, that's right.
I miss my homies. I think, Spike, we talked about it last week, how I thought GTA 4 was better than 5.
Yeah. And,
How-
I told you I never finished 4, or if I did, I don't remember.
You kept getting Nico drunk.
face.
That's why you never finished it.
Maybe. Not a huge Grand Theft Auto fan myself.
Oh, I love
Spike
GTA.
Jetfad does not condone GTA, everybody. Grand Theft Auto is against the law. It is bad.
Yeah. So what's your topic then?
Okay, so my topics I was going to have last week, but I couldn't be here because I was at a social function I was obligated to go to.
Stop bragging that you have a life.
Somebody's got to, out of the three of us. But my topic from last week was going to be simply, we're on a stranded desert island, much like this one.
Oh.
And
With
you
dinosaurs?
there could be dinosaurs. It would really impede on your entertainment time. But if you find the time, then between these three, what would you not between, but like if you could choose a video game, movie, and television series, which video game, you know, obviously with access to power and a TV so you can play it, and same thing for a movie and television, a VCR or DVD player to watch whatever TV series, and one movie that you could watch on a desert island, what would those three be? Video game, movie, TV series.
Got
Do you have your answer, Spike, or would you like me to go?
it. I'll go first.
All right.
Let's see. So, I've already kind of did this topic, but I just did video games last time. So my game is gonna stay the same. Rocket League. It's a game I could play forever, even if I gotta play it by myself with bots. I don't care. I'll just win more often. That'll make me happy. But Rocket League would be my video game. It's super sweet. If you haven't checked it out, do it. Movie. You know what? My favorite movie of all time is still Fight Club. and I think I've seen it enough where I think I'd want to still see it more. Like that would be my go-to movie. So yeah, it's either Fight Club or maybe something funny to keep my spirits up. So something stupid like Spaceballs or Dumb and Dumber or one of those classic funny movies.
I was thinking Dumb and Dumber actually.
Yeah, if I'm by myself and everything, maybe I don't want to get too depressed. So maybe maybe do Dumb and Dumber. Let's see, TV series. Well, I think I'd have to pick something that has a whole shit ton of seasons and episodes. That way, yeah. So like, I'll have a whole bunch of content so I can keep watching it hours and hours and hours. So that means I gotta pick something that's like 10 seasons plus. And there's only been a couple TV series that have gone more than 10 series.
It could be anything.
10 seasons, I mean. You know what has more than 10 seasons that I really liked and I stopped watching, but I think I would probably still like it is Always Sunny. No, Always Sunny. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Hey, there's a good background noise.
Yeah, that might be fun to have on a deserted island because, it's funny and, keep your spirits up and it's very easy to watch. And I haven't seen like the last 3 or 4 seasons, so there we go. I get some new content out of it.
for like new content for like 2 months, and then that's it. And then you gotta rewind and rewatch and put it on random.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not bad. That's a good one. That's what I was thinking of. Like, it should have some comedy in it if you're gonna choose it. Okay, so Fight Club, Always Sunny. What was your video game?
Rocket League.
And Rocket League. Okay. All right. That works. That's substantial. All right. Deep Roots. What's your 3 things?
My 3. So, movie, out of spite to all the haters. All you haters out there. World of Warcraft movie. I enjoyed it. I like Warcraft in general. There's no... I have never seen... Alright, call me crazy, but...
Crazy. Sorry, ask me to do that.
I mean, I'm probably going to think of something after this, but I can't think of a movie... that I want to see again that has... when I think of watching something over and over and that's all you have... As far as the movie goes, I want a movie that every time I watch it, it feels like a different experience, or I discover something new. And most of the movies I like that I watch once or twice, there's not really much to it. But World of Warcraft did a good job about putting little Easter eggs here and there, and a lot of them. Some fan service, some that further the story that a lot of people didn't pay attention to. And I personally think that it was a good movie. And I love the series. It's a way for me to keep that game relevant, or the world of Warcraft. But I think that'd be my movie. My TV series. Go ahead.
So wait, first of all, you're willing to spend the rest of your life alone on a deserted island with a movie to spite those who didn't like.
Well, no, see, that's not the main reason. I really like the movie.
Okay, that's how you worded it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I just know there'd be people that would be, what's that movie? So I kind of wanted to say, hey, haters, bring it. I think it was a good movie. It was a detailed movie. Okay. Yes, it didn't follow.
I respect your decision.
Yeah, it didn't follow Warcraft's lore to the T, but you didn't ask me to have a series of books. And just like with the Marvel movies, you don't have to follow everything to a T for it to be entertaining. So that would be my movie. My TV series, to be honest with you, I couldn't decide. It would be one of the following out of 2 or 3. The League, because I think it was one of the funniest. I guess it's technically a sitcom. Yeah, I guess it's technically a sitcom about a group of friends and playing fantasy football. The League, if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu now. If you have a Hulu subscription, go watch it.
Hulu?
You don't have to know football or like football. It is hilarious. Some of the actors, when you go back and watch it, you'll notice them as co-star roles in current movies and TV.
Yeah.
Because they are all incredibly funny. So I would either go with... Yeah, oh God, yeah. I would either go with that, Chappelle Show, because I think that's one of the funniest sketch comedy shows ever. I personally think he was before his time, and he was one of the biggest like comedians. They do this thing, a lot of them, which make them funny, where they tell jokes, and it's jokes against themselves and things they've experienced, and he shames himself a lot. A lot of his jokes are at the expense of people kind of laughing at him a little bit. As long as you get the context of the stuff, though, you shouldn't get offended. It's actually why he stopped, though, because he felt like too many people were laughing without understanding it, and so it was more of like pointing the finger at him. But it's before its time. I could still quote stuff from that show to this day. Or my third choice for TV show would actually be an anime called Fairy Tail. Don't hate, go watch it. Just saying. It's like 300 episodes. So there
you go. A lot of content.
Yeah, and speaking of longevity, that has a lot of content to it. The League only had like 6 seasons, so it's a little short on content, but it's really good. Raffy Bomb, and my
Chalupa
game,
Batman.
Chalupa Batman, and my game, as like Spike said, my game I'd probably still stick with Ark for my game, even though I'm on a deserted island. Because let's face it, a lot of the things you can do in Ark, I can't do. Like, come on, guys, check this out. I can't make this on a deserted island. Let's just be honest. I can't make this.
Island, by definition of deserted means there's no one else besides you. Doesn't mean there wasn't people there before. So you can be on a stranded island, you come across like a bunker with a shit ton of guns. So there you go.
Well, just for argument's sake, though, I can't build this. Yes, I'll have a lot of time, but I'm lazy. I'm putting some leaves. I'm tying some leaves up, putting some sticks in the ground. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably fucking dead first week. So, I mean, question's probably irrelevant.
First 2 episodes of Fairy Tail and then be dead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. To be honest with you, I'd probably turn it on and just sit there and die, because, let's face it, trying to hunt for food and shit, trying to filter water, I'm not about that life.
Nice.
So the real answer, Highball, is I'm fucking dead. What TV show? What game? Oh, that was a good topic, Highball. What's your 3, Highball? What's your 3?
Movie would be Don't Be a Menace in Society without
Get the fuck out of here. That is a great movie. That is a great movie.
1996, boys. Where you at, Deep Pool? No. I love that movie, but no. Honestly, the movie, like, for real, like, it would have to be something funny. It would have to be something funny with a good mixture, with a good balance of like seriousness, comedy, relatability. I honestly, it would have to be Truman Show.
Truman Show?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not mad at that pick.
It's got comedy in it that really never gets old because it's genuine. I haven't
seen it in so long.
Dude, no, I watched it like 2-3 weeks ago. It actually holds up pretty well.
It's really entertaining.
What made you in 2018 watch the Truman Show? I want to know.
I scrolled by it or something. I forget. I scrolled by it or something like that, and I was like, you know what? Let me just watch a minute or two. And then next thing you know, watch the rest of the fucking movie.
But it's almost tranquil of a story that you watch it and you see it from a perspective that you could never really understand, because it's about a guy in a world he thought it was what it was, but then it turns out it isn't. And it just, I don't know, it's really hard for me to explain, and that's unfair for me to use this as an answer if I can't explain it really, but it's really my choice that just, I've watched that movie so many times and it never gets old. I laugh at it, I focus on it, you know, the performances are great, the story's compelling. Like, it feels fresh every time I watch it, because it's a story that never goes old. It ages with time. It's like a fine wine.
Oh.
And that's my movie.
And I think Highball too, speaking of that you're right, that ages so well, especially now with people streaming their lives.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think that movie is more relevant now than it was before. That is an excellent choice.
Keep in mind too that Truman Show was in theaters before reality television was a thing.
Yeah.
So technically, Truman Show is the first reality program.
Yeah.
Based on that kind of concept.
Yeah, and I think that was, even though he's had numerous good performances, I think that was one of Jim Carrey's, like, at the time, that was, he knocked it out, because I think when he did that movie was at a time where people really didn't see him as a serious actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, keep it moving. Sorry I interrupted you, Highball.
Okay, so that was my movie. So video. No, wait, let me go on.
Plus, Jim Carrey is a good actor in that. Sorry.
Television series. You mentioned Chappelle. Well, that was a great sketch show, and I enjoyed that show too. But it never actually got its hooks into me. I could watch it, but I never had to watch it because I felt compelled to have to watch it because it was that good. However, my show of choice I will choose is frickin' Key and Peele. Bottoms down. Hands down, bottom line. Because that show was so many episodes for the short span of time, that stuff never makes me not laugh.
Robert Downey's
I enjoy
Jr.?
their programming all the time. Like, Sandra Bullock's? You got Sandra Bullock's? Like, just, those guys never get old. Like Michael, I can't say his name, but Key and Peele, like, they are diamonds, they are jewels that have been so far underneath the dirt that no one noticed for the longest time, and now they finally get to shine. But then the series ended, it was like, come on, like, you know, just that show was so good because it was something new every episode, and it wasn't just one thing new. It was a variety of different concoctions of ideas and stories. Like, I love this.
On the Key and Peele, something my wife said, they can play almost any character regardless of race. They can play just the widest spectrum. I mean, there's very few shows or comedians that could do that. And you're right, every time you watch a Key and Peele skit, they go from doing a parody song, NFL lineup thing, to doing, you know, something that looks like a musical, to a skit about valets who love movies, and it's just each one of them had their own angle. Yeah, that is a good choice.
And like it was such variety, and I think me on a deserted island alone. 1 second, me on a deserted island all alone, like, that would keep me fresh on a daily basis. The only thing I have a problem with, I don't think I'd be able to tolerate for too long, is that damn intro song. Because it's catchy, but my God,
Yeah.
like, goodness gracious, that gets really old. Keep talking about Key and Peele. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I don't know, Spike, if you've ever watched...
Guess what, guys? I've never even seen it. I'm that out of touch with, like, all that stuff. Like, that's like what? What did they air that on? Comedy Central?
Yes.
So I don't have, like, normal cable, and, like, there was a while there where I just didn't watch. It's been forever since I've watched Comedy Central or anything like that. So I have no context to this whole Key and Peele thing.
Well, in lieu of that, I haven't had cable since it aired, but I watch all their stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. And I've seen, I think it's on Hulu, but mostly I've seen all their skits on YouTube. You go on YouTube, just type in Key and Peele Valet, and they have a whole playlist for all the 6 or 8 little skits they did.
Okay.
If you're gonna start with it, start on that, because they just talk about like these 2 valets that are like lifelong valet guys, but they're super hardcore into movies, and they mispronounce everything, and they get so serious and into it that, you know how when someone emotionally talks about something, they get hype on it, and they're just like, oh my god, Sandra Bullock's that's my girl, dude, the body gesture and everything is just, oh my god, is unbelievable. They really do bring something every skit. Yeah. Okay. Oh man,
I'll check it out.
Oh, the substitute teacher one too.
Aaron.
Aaron. It's Aaron. Hey, Aaron, stop playing games with me. It's Aaron. You don't think I know how to pronunciate a name?
My apologies, gentlemen. I had to step away and take care of something real quick. But
keep
as for
pushing.
my video game, thanks for the coverage, Roots.
No problem.
But as for my video game, I'll say what you said, despite all criticisms of it and all the haters out there in the world. It's something that would keep me busy, because on a barren, deserted island, I gotta keep myself active, or else I'll just sink into the sand or the dirt and just die. I would honestly play Pokemon Go. I'd be able to traverse the entire island, have fun doing so, and learn my whereabouts, and enjoy doing it, because playing Pokemon Go, it reminds me of playing Pokemon Snap back in the day. We play the game where you gotta take pictures of Pokemon and shit, and you actually have to travel around on that island in that game. And I love that game, and so to do it in reality where it actually would benefit my physical well-being, it would have to be Pokemon Go. I enjoy it, and it would help me.
I am not hating on that. That is, in fact, a good idea.
Keep me moving, keep me in motion.
You have to hope that you get good internet connection, and then the servers are still up, and your phone has a charge.
Maybe my island would be like an island off the coast of Niantic HQ.
There you go.
Guys, I need a new phone dropped with Pokemon Go.
So yeah, that was my topic. So let me hand the speaking stick over.
Did you do? I don't know if you did a TV show. Did you?
Yeah, Key and Peele.
Yeah, Key and Peele.
Oh, I thought that was the movie. So okay, it's a Truman Show, Key and Peele, and Pokemon Go.
So it's such a variety, it's such a diverse threesome right there.
Yeah.
Man, let me hand off the speaking stick to Spike. Go ahead with your topic.
I think I might. You want me to go last? I think I'm gonna go last.
You want to go last?
Yeah.
All right. You better be saving that big bada boom for. Good reason.
I'm gonna go last.
Oh.
All right then. I guess it's up to old Deep Roots for topic
All right,
number
Roots.
2.
You have to save the day now. Since he dropped the ball, you gotta pick it up.
Drop the ball.
We never drop balls around here. So my topic, gentlemen, is going to be something that I was thinking about the other day. Now that companies try and have people engage more in their product, and in the gaming industry, they want people to play more. They want people to engage more in that community. So they do what's called live services, and in these live services, depending on the company, the game, and whatnot, they do battle passes. Now, it's called many different things, but I like to just call it a battle pass because it's different than a season pass. Season pass, you normally buying the next year's worth of DLC as far as maps and modes go. So in Call of Duty, you buy a season pass and you're purchasing the new maps, the new guns, the new stories. But in the Battle Pass, how that works is they have a set number of levels. And as you play the game, whether it's Rocket League or Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever, you gain levels. And as you progress every level, you get a reward. Now, the downside to this is they'll put 100 to 200 levels in this Battle Pass system, and it'll be, you know, let's say, for example, they'll say this is the season of whatever, and it's going to be 3 months long. You have 3 months to get 100 or 200 levels to get these prizes. Well, for me personally, the downside is I don't want to be stuck trying to play this game to get the cool stuff, because they put all the cool stuff at the end. So my question, I guess, is what I'm asking you guys is, what do you feel about that? Are you okay with that, or do you feel like you're missing out on anything if you don't play the game a lot? Do you feel locked into one game? Like, I love to play many different games. I don't want to feel like I need to play that game just to get those items. So
okay, so I understand where you're going with that. As for the game being Call of Duty Black Ops 4 altogether, that Battle Pass is only is not attached to all modes in the entire game. It's only attached to Blackout and I think multiplayer. Zombies mode doesn't have Battle Pass. You unlock stuff just for Blackout and multiplayer.
But
I just want to get that.
Yeah, I
clarified.
know. It's not exclusive to Call of Duty though. We're talking about how Fortnite has it, how PUBG has it, how Rocket League has it. All these games, they want you to play, and from what I've experienced, they want you to play a lot. Like Rocket League, to get all the levels in that, you probably got to play, 10, 15,000 games.
That's how they get.
I think it all this started when games as a service became the whole craze, because each of these game companies want their game to be the game that you play all the time.
Yeah.
And so there's probably some marketer up in some suit-filled office for these game companies who just get a pat on the back, and they're just like, dude, you did it. Not only did you make something that's going to keep everybody playing our game, but then they're going to feel rewarded by doing it, even though it's like these little paltry rewards that don't really matter. But, personally for me, I feel like it is kind of lame. Like, you have to play that one game. That'd be like the only game you'd play like your whole life to get this stuff. It's kind of built around stuff for kids, like kids who have, play. They only get one game because they can't afford anything else, or they don't want to play anything else because they don't have like an open mind or anything. So they stick to one game and they just play it all the time. And I don't know. I don't have time for that anymore, so I'm not a huge fan of it. I liked back when Rocket League used to just drop you random rewards as you played the game. You didn't have to earn it by playing. You just got random drops. But I mean, I understand that they got to get their money. So it's lucrative. They're not going to not do it.
See, it would be a different thing if, you buy a game for $60 and then all that unlockable stuff per season would be there all the time to unlock, like in-game challenges and unlockables. But notice how this only gravitates to multiplayer game franchises, like RPGs, like Assassin's Creed and Grand Theft Auto. They don't really have season passes like that, to where I don't know about Grand Theft Auto. Maybe now they do, because Grand Theft Auto 5 is still going insanely. But,
I bet Red Dead will have one.
What GTA does online is they release new content, say it's free, put the in-game currency price of shit so astronomically higher than anything else that it entices you to buy shark cards, which you pay for with real money, which is what makes them one of the highest grossing gaming companies. Assholes.
Yeah. And so when you ask us how we feel about like season passes and battle passes and such, I particularly don't I don't hate them. I think it's a cop out. I think it's a cheap way to distribute your game for a fan base to follow. Whereas back in our day, we're not old people. It's not 1990s anymore. So that is back in our day. Back in our day, we bought a game to play it and enjoy it, and once we beat it, we move on. And then once a sequel to that game comes out, we get it again to play it, and we complete it and move on.
And you unlock things in game.
Yeah, you unlock things in games. And now these days, like with internet the way it is, and online social media the way it is, and just multiplayer access and what you can do with PvP, like they add these mechanisms and field of season passes for their games. So that way it keeps people playing the game, because on top of your $60 that you spend on the game, they want to try and tease you to tempt you to spend more money to buy stuff. Some season passes cost money. Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 season pass that we just discovered ourselves yesterday, it's free. It don't cost anything. But you gotta put in 1,000 hours of gameplay to unlock everything in the 52 days that is allotted to you. Whereas Fortnite, you spend $25 to get the battle pass, you have about 4 or 5 months to complete it, and you can unlock everything as you progress in the game. And all you gotta do is just keep playing, unlock. Whereas some season passes, you don't just keep playing. You have to do specific things in order to get stuff.
So I didn't see. Was there an ability in Blackout to just purchase and get everything right away, or do you have to play?
You have to play.
That's kind of cool. I kind of like that, because there's no skipping it.
Like that, I appreciate. I like how they, with finesse, they took the baby that is Battle Pass method, and they were like, oh, let's just coddle it for a little bit, but let's not force anything. And just let's give a season pass. It's free because they bought the game, but it's gonna take you a shit ton of time to unlock everything in a short period of time.
Yeah, but you only have 2 months to do it all. I mean, that's insane.
And for as many levels as they have, 100 tiers.
Thought it was 200.
Okay, 200, even worse. Thanks for driving my point home even further.
And
it just.
and the two best skins are in the last 25 levels, and the one playable character unlock, which is actually extremely basic and crappy if you ask me, is level 200, which is insane.
Okay, so let me try and break it down this way. Then I was actually thinking about this the other day. So you notice how in Black Ops 4, it sounds like we're just shitting on Black Ops right now, but there's inadequacies in the game that are just kind of. But you notice how in Black Ops 4 there's so many challenges. So many challenges per mode, per game. There are so many challenges in the entire game, and they're challenges that, challenges back in our day, they're petty. Period. Look at GoldenEye challenges. Challenges weren't a real thing back then, but there were some in-game challenges that were surprising. Like, oh shit, look what I did. But now, for a long time, challenges in video games have stooped to the lowest of the low of hey, play this game for 100 hours. Guess what? That's a challenge. You unlocked it. Congratulations. You get this. Playing a game for 100 hours back in the day, that's what you had to do. That was a necessity. You didn't get an award for it. Games a lot these days, and you go in Black Ops 4 and check all their challenges. You'll see, get 1,000 kills. Oh, okay, get 2,000 kills. Oh, get 10,000 kills. Oh, those are challenges. The challenges that they've increased the amount of, they're petty, tedious challenges turn left in the game. That's a challenge. It's ridiculous, really, at what some of the challenges are. And so it's if you're going to make a season pass where you can unlock all this stuff in 52 days by playing so much of it, why have you all have all these challenges besides, hey, more artwork that we can just disperse to people who play the game and they actually earn it, But to me, it seems like everything that's in the season pass, that should be the in-game unlockable stuff. Everything else inside the game itself is just confetti to make it look nice,
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Like the idea that the battle pass and all these like seasonal events and stuff, most of them only unlock cosmetics and aesthetic stuff. And to me, I don't give a shit what my character looks like or what tag I can do or anything like that. I'm never gonna spend money on a costume for my in-game character. I'm sorry. I get that a lot of people like that, but for me, if they're really gonna like lure me into like a season pass or something, the content has to be really good in it. And I think what I haven't seen is what if Black Ops went ahead and because right now to get the new maps and everything, we're gonna have to pay money to Activision, which sucks because Battlefield, the new Battlefield coming out, all the maps are gonna be free. That's awesome, but COD, I mean, we're going to be stranded on the beginner maps while everyone moves on to the cooler maps. So what they need to do is build the maps into the season, the battle pass season thing. Like, that'd be so cool, right? The more you play it, the more maps you'd unlock. So as like, you know, as we progress through the year and they have these events, it's like play the game and you get the maps for free, or just shell out money and you can get them right away. That actually would make me care more about these seasonal pass things.
Yeah, because it's a true reward. Like you're unlocking a new map. Oh no, you're getting a collar tag.
Dude, something that actually matters. Like in Rocket League, I think you can get like a car or two. Like that's kind of cool, but the car is like way at the end and stuff. But I mean, but still, I don't know. I think the content in these passes needs to be better because I could give a shit about cosmetics.
Like, imagine if we're back when Assassin's Creed was the big craze when it first came out, and I think it was Assassin's Creed 3, and you could unlock all those armors throughout the entire game. Imagine if a battle pass existed back then that you could only get those armors if you complete the battle pass. Like,
yeah.
Like, it takes it away. It steals from the fact that you got this game to enjoy it. But what they're doing is they're taking the brass ring of enjoyment and they're pulling it so high above you as you're reaching for it to where it's like, no, you can't have it. Sorry. Sorry.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I really think that that's a good idea, Spike. If you're gonna make your community pay for maps, which I don't think you should in general because it separates the player base. And when I played Battlefield 1 on the PS4, I really saw that. I bought the season pass, and by the time the last 2 season passes came out, a week after they were out, you could barely find anybody to play it with, or you were continuously getting in lobbies with almost no players. I think
like anytime where they make you pay money for something, but if you could earn it free in game by just playing a lot, I think that goes a lot of like getting good PR and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. That like either you could purchase it or you can play the season pass to unlock it.
Yeah, I mean, even if they make it crazy hard to do, I mean, at least the option's there, as opposed to just saying, give us money or else you don't get the maps.
So, now, the one thing about Call of Duty is it's not like they could do like, hey, here's a brand new gun. Because then it'll throw off the balance of the game at the expense of people playing. I think I almost see where they're coming from with making it all cosmetics. That way it doesn't throw off game balance. But I guess I wouldn't know if they don't give away the DLC in the season pass, then what else could they do for a season? I just don't think they should have done a battle pass in general, or sell cosmetics. The one thing I read, I forget who it was, if it was Layman Gaming or Young or Jim Sterling, but one of them recommended, you know what, cosmetics are okay. It's okay to charge for some cosmetics.
No, it wasn't Sterling, that's for sure.
Yeah. As long as you put a good selection in there for everyone else. Yep. If you're going to put new outfits in the game, let's say you put 6 to 10 new cosmetics in. Give 1 or 2 or maybe 3 away for free. and then everyone else can buy the rest if you want to support the company further, which I think is okay. But I mean, let's face it though. Are you, even if you love a game to death, Spike, if you don't have to spend more money, even if you're supported, would you spend more money even if you wanted to support that company more if you didn't have to? Like, even like for cosmetic type shit, if that was their way of getting more money to support, like Rocket League's a perfect example. They've had that game around for what, 2 to 3 years now? We got it for free. I mean, we could have paid $30 for it, but we got it for free. Now, I would assume you would think it's fair for them to sell some content to people in the form of cosmetics, is it not, over 3 years?
Well, let's put it this way. Rocket League 2 is non-existent because of that fact. Yep. If they went the normal traditional route, we would have already had Rocket League 2 by now.
I agree.
They're living off of microtransactions, which is fine if that's going to be the new model and everything.
So, would you have rather seen Rocket League 2 and just straight up bought it?
Yeah, I think I would have. I think if they would have just taken everything and saved it and made a complete new game, I would have paid probably, full price for that Rocket League 2 as opposed to chipping away me, diamond nickeling me for every little tiny thing.
Think about what potential you could have gotten out of Rocket League 2.
Your mic sounds really far away.
Oh, let's go over here. Oh shit. Okay, so think about it. You would get Rocket League 2, and you'd have brand new kind of arenas to play around in, maybe some new game modes. You get a whole new lineup of cars. They don't do that because why put money into new designs when you could just keep dishing out microtransaction cosmetics and little trinkets for the next 5 years? Like, you'd rather than get a whole new package, you just get it all sparsed out with the same skin practically.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Spike. I think the companies, instead of, and it's not to say they're not doing things, but instead of evolving your game or expanding it or doing any major work to your game, they just keep on, oh hey guys, buy this little buy these wheels, buy this paint job on the car, buy this gold explosion. Hey, we put this sound in the game. Isn't it funny, guys? Here, now purchase it. Now, while I agree they need to make more money to sustain the game, I would rather, and this goes for Rocket League because it's a specific type of game, I would rather see them roll all the previous stuff. For example, when I played Rock Band back in the day, little game with plastic guitars if you don't know.
Rock Band.
The big thing with them was you could.
Rock Band.
Oh God, yes! It was such a just relaxing, fun game. You could purchase songs. Okay, that's cool. You gave me 90 songs for free, 80 songs for whatever I paid for the game.
Somehow.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, music licenses are actually extremely expensive. But so I used to buy DLC, especially if I love the music. But the one thing they did was, when they came out with Rock Band 2, which was better graphics, better quality, another 80 songs, I could transfer all my old songs. There was a tiny fee attached to it, but they had to charge you that fee because they had to renew the licenses for all the old songs. So it wasn't, that fee was not born out of greed. And I think that was a great way to go about it. And I think sports games could do the same thing. Although certain sports games like 2K and Madden have taken advantage of their audiences, I think Madden and Rocket League would be a great game to where you don't need a new one every year, but you could give me a new one every couple years when you've made major improvements to the gameplay, the engine, the graphics. Maybe you've added a new game mode. I think that's worthy of purchasing a new game. But it would be
Now-
cool if you transfer all my old stuff to the new game. Especially if it's easy enough to where you own all the material like Rocket League. I'm pretty sure they didn't subcontract artists. I'm pretty sure those are in-house artists that design the wheels and the paint jobs.
Sure.
Yeah.
But don't sell me new cars. Save them for Rocket League 2 in 2 to 3 years. I'll pay full price for the game, transfer over
Yep,
my
I'm in
old
the
cars.
Same boat.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
that's a great
anybody
decision.
in chat? I see about 15 people in there. If you guys have any opinions about battle passes, season passes, that we're
Hey,
kind of just
Hydro.
finishing up this topic. But let us know what you think about like battle passes in Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever.
Give us your thoughts.
Sorry, Roots. Go ahead. Finish up your sentence.
No, yeah, I was just saying, like, there's a lot of games out there that are this live services thing. Let's be honest, game studios need to make money, but as your boy Jim Sterling says, nowadays if you pay $60 for a game, you're paying for the shell of a game, and what that means is you're paying just to log in. But for the last, I'd say 5 to 6 years, these game developers has been cutting out content. They've been proven to do it. Like Street Fighter, they cut costumes out of a game. They gave, alright, so for example, the new Soul Calibur just came out. It has,
Day one DLC.
dude,
Rages me.
check this out. 23 characters in the game. Do you want to know what the last Soul Calibur had? 28. The Soul Calibur before that, 25. They've always had more characters. Same thing with the older Street Fighter 4 when it came out. It had the lowest number of Street Fighter characters since like 2. And the problem with that is they're delivering less content because they're cutting it out of the game. Do you really think that a game company develops 8 to 10 new maps for a game within the first 2 to 3 months that game's out? Do you know how long it takes to develop a map? For one map in a game, it normally takes about a month for a
Yeah,
full
but you also
team
got
to
to take into
develop.
account how many maps they already prepared to release, and they're just withholding the other maps.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Capcom had the DLC on the disc they sold you, but they locked it out until you paid for a key to unlock it. Normally, for a fighting game, you got 2 or 3 costumes out of the box per character. But in Street Fighter 4, you had 1. And you had to buy the rest. But they were already on the disc. Resident Evil, was it 4, I believe? Was guilty, and another Capcom game, was guilty of the same thing. They cut content that was on the disc and they just locked it. If you ever go to buy DLC and the only thing you download is a 200 kilobyte item, that's because it was already on the disc and you're just unlocking it.
Oh, like Destiny?
Destiny. Well, I think the one thing they're doing nowadays to hide it, they're making you download it in an update. So, and yes, I think Destiny's guilty of it too. I don't think they came up with Forsaken, Warmind, and Osiris within a year. That's like that was like a whole game in itself that took Destiny a couple years to make. There's no way they came up with that quick.
And it's all still speculative, like maybe they did, maybe they didn't, we'll never know. But it's just the fact that if they did withhold it just to dish it out later, that's putting out, like, as Sterling said, is putting out a shell of a game, and you're just waiting to buy the stuff that should have came with the game at first, but they just held on to it.
Yeah, so what people have to understand is nowadays when you buy a game, when you pay $60, $60 is just the entry price. Normally, you're paying $100 to $120 now. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, $60. The season pass, another $50. That's $110 for the full experience, which is what we used to get 10 years ago when you paid $60 for a game. You got the game. And guess what? There was nothing else for that game to come out until the next chapter in the game. So when you buy, I'm trying to think of a good example. When you bought Resident Evil, that was it. You had to wait for Resident Evil 2, which is good because it had hype. And then when it got announced, you were like, oh, Resident Evil, that was amazing. 2's coming out in 6 months. Oh, let's go. But nowadays, I think of it like this. Oh, hey, Resident Evil 2's coming out. I wonder when the DLC's going to all come out so I could buy it as a full game bundle.
See, I'll give you a better example, Roots. The WWE game series. Whether it was 2K or before. Like, they used to have everything in the game, modes, wrestlers, all that jazz. Campaign, story mode, whatever you want to call it. And then they got onto the DLC train, which said, oh, you want to play a game with 50 superstars? Here you go. Oh, you want to play these other 80 superstars? They're going to have to buy them separately in the coming months. Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
so...
Really?
So yeah, that's entry price of games is not what it used to be. DLC, and even though I hate talking about it at this
are we
point.
all in accord that season passes and battle passes should all just be saved for the sequel instead?
Agreed. I agree 100%. Give me what you want for the price of the game, and then sell me the next game. You know what? I would almost, not quite, almost be okay with annual releases. No, I still wouldn't. I take that back. I would not. Sell me a game every couple, like Call of Duty. If it came out every 2 to 3 years, I would pay. I would love to just buy the whole game. Don't sell me any extra season pass or nothing. Sell me everything you got and then save it for the next one.
Okay,
I agree. Totally.
I will say this to that question of Accord, that like for me, I think I've said it once or twice on this podcast that I used to be a big fan of the wrestling game, of WWE's games. I used to play every single one every year nonstop. I used to burn the disc. Like I used to play those games hardcore because there's so much to do. And being a huge fan of professional wrestling, that was everything a fan wanted if they wanted to be a wrestler without being a wrestler, was in those games. If like I'm sure other people in the world that have this idea too, and Roots, I believe you and I had this conversation before about it. But if like you would take that model of always updating the game to add new stuff to it, but not putting a price on it, yes, it would sort of defeat the purpose of selling it for a $60 amount to where you're going to be putting out like thousands of dollars of content in the future. But if there could be a platform to where it's just one game that is updated every 6 months to be new and new and new and new, and you'd have to pay for it at a fair price fee, not $60 a year later so you get the new update, it's a brand new game. But like Roots, like imagine a wrestling game with the set roster, and a year later you can download the new roster for $20, and then it would just keep filling in like a non-stop 24/7 real-time game that's always updating to stick to the real climate of what's going on in the real world of professional wrestling. So that way you keep it on one game, one platform, but it's always updated. And yeah, you would probably have to spend a fee for it, but not a $60 ridiculous fee, but a worthy price. If it's going to be $60 fee every year, then you're going to get $60 worth of content, not just 5 new superstars or just like 2 new pay-per-view venues. You know, like it would have to be worth it. Like look at the dynamic of how World of Warcraft has been thriving forever. You know, it's one game, but then it comes with new iterations that you can go and buy and upload and boom, boom, boom. And it keeps the story ongoing with improvements on your character, adding new classes, new abilities, you know, a whole bunch of new features. In my honest opinion, Warcraft doesn't undercut anybody. I think their pricing's pretty damn fair. because you want to keep playing this game as religiously as you have, alright, then you will understand the price to pay to play. But it's not ridiculous, outrageous fees.
Alright. So, season passes.
Shit.
Unless it's like Black Ops 4,
Harsh
season
reality
pass is
shit.
free. Unless it's like Black Ops 4, season pass is free, which I applaud that.
Well,
Like,
battle pass
all
free,
right.
season pass $50.
Alright.
All right, Spike. Oh,
Guess what,
and,
gentlemen?
and that's Spike's topic.
It's time for Spike's topic. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do something a little bit different that we haven't done yet on this podcast. By the way, congratulations on 5 great episodes previous to this, gentlemen. I got to say, we're the best podcasters that I've ever listened to at 9 o'clock on a Saturday. But
I agree.
Anybody in the chat, go ahead and feel free to join in on this topic. Go ahead and type in whatever you want to answer, and we'll
Use your
participate
words
with you. But my topic is going to be video game trivia. Da-da-da-da. So I'm going to throw some questions out at you guys, and we're going to have a little trivia go here. So I think, should we do it with like first person to answer, or should we like give it a couple seconds, or
I don't know.
I'd say give it 10, 15 seconds, and
yeah, we'll not that many. We'll like 3 or 5. But anyway, I'm on this.
Can we stick to an even number at least? Don't give it an odd number. An even number is more sensible and fair.
So I'm on this site called "Are You a Hardcore Gamer?" Take this video game quiz. So we're about to find out how. We're gonna find out how hardcore you guys really are. I quickly looked at some of these questions. Man, some of these are really easy, but some of them are pretty good. So this should be fun.
I might not be
Alright.
hardcore. I might be softcore.
am I hardcore, harder than
Yeah,
split?
so once again, if you're in the chat, feel free to go ahead and answer. You might be a little bit behind us, but it still will be fun. So number 1, are you guys ready? Your hands are on the buzzers, right?
Wait, I gotta
Ready to
buzz
answer?
in.
All right, here we go. Number 1, what was Mario's name in Donkey Kong?
Beep, beep, beep.
Jeez, have a less annoying buzzer, please.
Hey, it's the only thing I can get over Groot's voice.
All right, Highball, what do you think? You got an answer for me? What
Plumber
was
Man.
Mario's name in Donkey Kong?
Plumber Man.
Plumber Man. Oh, do we have a steal?
Mario.
Both wrong.
What? It's not Plumber Man. What is it?
Plumber Man.
Jeez. All right, I'm gonna give you some multiple
Is it
choice
something
because
Japanese? Because if it's something Japanese, that's not fair.
no, you guys didn't get it right, but I'm gonna give you a multiple choice now to try to get it right. Ready? So it's gonna be A. Jumper Man, B. Mr. Plumber, C. Antonio, or D. Junpei.
Hey,
I'm gonna go with Mr. Plumber.
Wrong. It was Jumpman.
Jumpman.
yeah, Jumpman. I knew there
You
was
guys
a man
didn't-
in there.
Wait,
You guys
time
didn't
out.
know that? Yeah.
Time out.
I knew there was a man.
So Michael Jordan's nickname, Jumpman,
Yeah.
is taken from Mario.
I guess so. I don't know, but like, if you knew that, yeah, Mario and Donkey Kong is called Jumpman. That's his name. And do you know the name of the girl? Do you know her name?
God,
Blondie.
it's probably terrible.
It's not Princess Peach or anything like that. It's Paula.
I'm stunned.
Well, it was the 80s. Paula Abdul was popular. So
All right,
yeah.
guys. So far, your hardcore gaming score is pretty low. All right, question number 2. We're gonna get a little easier,
I was
okay?
closer.
I demand a recount.
Yeah, Highball, you get half points.
What?
Yeah, at least he got.
Rigged.
At least he answered one of the multiple choice ones. All right, so here we go. Question number 2. What time traveling device appears in Assassin's Creed?
Bloop.
The apple.
Animus.
Yes, Roots. Animus is correct. Ding 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 ding. 10 points for the
Oh.
Really,
Roots.
it's not time traveling though. You're not actually traveling through time. You're going back in memories.
Alright, here we go. Question number 3. Which of these characters never speaks? Ready? Which of these characters never speaks? Nathan Drake, Mario, Link, or Master Chief?
Link, link,
Blah.
link, link, link.
You didn't ring in.
I ringed in.
No, that's the sound of my buzzer. Link, 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 link.
Alright, which one doesn't talk, guys?
Yeah, Link.
That's correct. Link never speaks. Nicely done, nicely done.
Which one is Link? Not the princess.
Yeah, not Zelda.
I love that
Please,
when people
anybody who's
say
listening, please
when
understand
people
that
call
Zelda is
Link
not
Zelda.
The main character. Link is the hero. Princess Zelda is the princess.
Alright. You guys are working as a team, so basically, like, let's see how many out of 10 you can get. Is this 10 questions? Let's see. No, it's, let's see, it's 16 questions. So far you've gotten 2 out of 16, not bad. No, you got 3 out of 16. No, 2. Alright, here we go.
2.
What's the best-selling video game console of all time?
PlayStation 2. It's either that or the Wii. I think it's the PlayStation 2 though, Japan.
Of
Final
all
answer?
time. Wait.
Wait.
Is it a current running console?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's something.
It's
yeah.
still operational. Like, there still are games that can go to it, right?
What?
They actually stopped making them just recently.
Oh.
PlayStation 3? No. No.
I'm. Dreamcast.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Roots' final answer was correct.
Yeah, you're throwing me off. Wait, so they were making games for the PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
They were producing new PlayStation 2s up until like a couple months ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like in Africa and stuff, they were like buying them like now.
Oh,
crazy.
oh my God, it's awful. I feel bad. I gotta donate a.
See, now if you were to go, if you were going to go to what was the highest grossing like console before PS2, then that's Nintendo 64.
All right, here we go. Question number 5. Which of these came first? Mortal Kombat the game, or Mortal Kombat the movie?
The game.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If you tell us we're wrong, I'm reaching through this microphone and I'm choking your ass out.
Dude, the first game came out in like 92, 93. Movie came out in
You
like
couldn't
95,
have a horrible
96.
movie without
Yep.
a great game.
You're right. The game came out first. That was an easy one. Good job.
Did it tell what year it came out? I want to say 92 or 93.
No, it didn't. You've only missed one so far, guys. Doing good. All right, number 6. Why did Princess Peach invite Mario to the castle in Mario 64?
Tea Party.
Do,
We need a combined answer. Roots, what do you think?
Do, 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 do.
He had to fix her plumbing.
Oh man.
No, Tea Party. It was something like that.
I thought it was a birthday party. Thought it was for his birthday.
It was a Mario Party. That's what it was.
I'm pretty sure it was.
All right, here's your multiple choice. A, she was worried Bowser would attack. B, she baked him a cake.
Yeah,
C,
the cake.
to go on a date. Or
Cake.
D, to pose for a painting.
It was the cake.
Cake.
Yep, that's right. She baked him a cake.
Because didn't you get the cake? Didn't you get the cake at the end?
Yeah, I think it was. There was a cake at the
Wait.
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cake or was it pie?
What?
I'll give you half points on that because you had to go multiple choice. All right, here we go. Number 7. Do you ever see Gordon Freeman's face in the Half-Life series?
No.
Yes, it's on the box art.
In the series, in the game. Is that what the
Right,
question
like
is?
in the games, I should say,
Yeah,
in the game
no,
series.
You only see it on the cover.
Final answer, yes or no?
Hold on.
Unless he shows a cameo in Portal.
He's not in Portal.
Can you? I'm trying to remember in that game if there was mirrors that you could look in. I don't think there was. And this includes all Half-Life games?
Yeah. There's only 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
No, well, there was 2, and then there was 2 episodic ones.
Right.
Oh
Which,
my goodness.
He's not in, right? Isn't it?
No, he's in them.
It.
He's in all the games. He's the main guy.
Oh, I was thinking of the chick, Alex, or whatever her name was.
Yeah, she was
My answer's no.
in the second one and all the others.
Brute,
Damn.
Say no. Say no. Say no. Say no. Say no. If you don't say no.
What do you think, chat? You ever see Gordon Freeman's face in the game?
I want to say you do in the mirror, but it's kind of blurry. So I don't know if that's going to count.
Are you a hardcore gamer?
I love the game too.
The logic for the win.
That is actually one of few games that after I beat it, I went back and kept playing it. I beat that game multiple times.
Nice.
1 and
because
2, by the way.
You threw it on the ground.
Oh
So
no, I
answer?
beat it. Yeah, I'll go with no, but I'm probably gonna regret
That's
it.
correct. No, you never see his face.
You only see
Really?
it on the box art.
And
Alright, here's
even then, yeah, you're right. Only on the box art of 2, I believe. Yeah, because 3 and 4
Number
didn't,
8.
the episodes didn't have box art. Yeah.
What
Number
is
one-
Mega Man? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, what is Mega Man called in Japan?
Rockman.
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct. Good call.
Come on, man! You just handed me that one.
Get off your phone, Ruse. Get off your phone.
I'm in the
GTS-ing?
chat, bro. You just asked me about one of my favorite game characters of all time. Can you
All right, here we
name?
go.
Can you name 3 other playable characters in the Mega Man series?
No,
Man.
I can't. Isn't it Alpha Zero or something like that, or Zero?
0.
What's the little green guy? The little green like soda can dude.
Green soda.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
there's
know,
also
the dog. He plays
Bass.
the dog at some point.
Bass is also in it.
Oh, I remember Bass. I remember that from the cartoon show.
All right, moving up to number 9. Doing
Bass
great,
was
guys.
never
Doing good.
playable in any English version of the game. Only a Japanese version.
Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Which 2 characters have been Nathan Drake's love interests?
Oh. Not my patience. I'll tell you that.
Can you name the 2 characters who?
I'm
Sweet,
picturing
sweet
them.
love.
I'm picturing them in
Yeah,
my head.
Drake.
Yep, I can see both
There
of
was
them.
the
I can't
Latin
remember the
chick
blonde
and
one.
then the blonde. Yeah, I can't remember the names.
Are you a hardcore gamer?
Is your name Alina?
That's one. Elena Fisher. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Now we need our second. What was the second chick?
Roots, you better do this or else
I
I'm
don't
gonna kill you.
You're gonna kick yourself when you hear it. Her
Well,
name was.
Because it's gonna be. Wait, hold on. Hey.
Rosa.
No, it wasn't Rosa.
No,
Oh,
it's gonna be.
She's
It's gonna
Spanish,
be.
so
It's
it
gonna
doesn't
be
look like a
Maria.
Rosa, right?
Yeah.
Maria, like a Spanish name? No, it's not Maria.
Alana. No, I already said Alina.
Anybody in chat remember who Nathan Drake's love interests were?
Margaret.
Margaret, no, Jesus.
Wow.
Elena and I'll give you a countdown. Do 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 do.
Gotta change some notes.
All right, time's up, guys. You got this one wrong. Her name was Chloe Frazier.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. Come
Chloe,
on.
you don't remember Chloe, the hot Spanish chick?
I don't remember that
I think
name.
she was Spanish.
I remember.
All I remember is the
I
red
remember
shirt.
I remember
Nice.
Chloe from Assassin's Creed.
All right, you got 2 wrong. Sorry, your hardcore gamer skill has gone down. Number 10. What does Pokemon stand for?
Pocket Monsters.
Ding, 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 ding. Got it, Roots. All right, number 11.
Roots all dead.
What? What was the first video game console?
The It
Console.
was an Atari.
This is a tough one. I actually
It
didn't know this
has-
one.
The
It
Commodore
has a number in its
64.
title.
That's a good guess, but it's not right.
It's
What about
not
you?
that one. It's the
Famicom.
Nope. That was the Japanese version of Nintendo, wasn't
It's a very technical name.
Oh no, I should remember this. It's not the Jaguar, is it?
it? Nope.
If it's not the... Oh, dude, are you talking about the one where you had to put the piece of paper on the screen to play Pong?
I don't think so.
It was like the Odyssey or something.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
He just got it.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's like Mega Box.
Yeah,
Mega Box
dude.
or something like that. Mega
No,
Box.
it's Odyssey. You had to put it...
No, Mega Box
Magnavox.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Odyssey. You guys got it.
Magnavox.
Yeah.
That's right.
You had to put the
Magnavox.
piece of paper on the fucking screen. Now, okay, so that means they count... No, the Commodore 64 was after it, but I think the Commodore 64 was also considered a PC.
Wow,
I'm
good job,
correct.
guys. Magnavox Odyssey, you got it. Nice call.
I said Mega Box. I was close.
Megabox.
Alright. Number 12. Could you select your character in the original Doom?
No,
Yes or no?
no.
Oh, hold on. That seems like way too obvious of an answer to be no. Hold on.
Hardcore gamer.
No.
Hold on.
Couldn't select it in Doom, Heretic.
I'm trying to
Final
picture if
answer?
there was an actual selection screen. No.
Correct. No, you cannot select your character. Good job. All right, number 13. Which of these is not a Castlevania protagonist? Simon Belmont, Richter Belmont, Trevor Belmont, or Thomas Belmont?
You said antagonist or protagonist?
Which one's not a protagonist?
So not a main character, like good guy.
Trevor. So 3 of the 4 are protagonists. So
Wait,
Trevor.
name them again. Simon's obviously from the first
Simon
one
Belmont.
or two. Simon's
Richter
Quest.
Belmont.
Richter's in there.
Trevor Belmont, Thomas Belmont.
I thought Richter Belmont was an antagonist. I don't think he was ever a protagonist. No, he was after Simon. So Simon, Richter, and what was the other two?
Trevor or Thomas?
Yeah, I think Trevor, because I think Thomas was... It's either Trevor or Tom. I'll go with Trevor.
Ooh, sorry, it was Thomas.
Fuck.
I
I knew it was one of the
There was
ones
no
with a
Thomas
T.
in the game, was there?
don't know. To be honest, I never even played a Castlevania game. It's one of my holes in my gaming categories.
So,
'Cause
so
I can't see a Thomas for some reason. I can see Trevor and the other 2.
no, I knew it was one of the T's. I just couldn't remember which one. No, there was no... shit. I should have known that one. Because I think it went Simon was the first 2, and then Richter Belmont, and then Trevor Belmont must have been the 3D ones.
Hold on, let me check this. Hold on, because this is really bothering me now. There's no Thomas Belmont in Castle. What the? That's
Yeah,
such
see,
a trick question.
it was
There's no
Castlevania
Thomas
1
Belmont in it.
was Simon, and I think Castlevania 2 was Simon, was literally called Simon's Quest. And then
Yeah.
Richter was like the SNES Castlevanias. And then Trevor must have been the 3D versions. The 2 3D Castlevanias.
Yeah, here's the family tree right here.
Hey, that's why it was a question. He's
There's
not
no
on there.
Thomas.
Yeah,
That's a stupid question.
All right, next one. Shit.
Number 14. Which... Oh, no, here we go. What was the name of the ship that played a key role in Mass Effect 2?
Odyssey? Wasn't it the Odyssey?
What about you, Highball?
A key roll.
Yeah, what was the main ship name?
The
in Mass
Normandy
Effect?
was the ship, but
Ding,
what the
ding,
ship...
ding, ding, ding.
Oh, okay.
Highball
all right.
got it.
Okay. I
Yeah,
was gonna say, what
Normandy.
other fucking ship besides the collector's ship was in the movie in that damn game?
Damn, Normandy's correct. All right, number 15. Which Grand Theft Auto game was the first to offer playable female characters?
There has
Oh,
to
that
been.
wait, was that? Oh, what? That was Grand Theft Auto 4.
No, you were Nico Bellic. Every game
Yeah,
has only had one character playable until 5, and 5 was all male,
Oh, it
so
was
there
5.
hasn't been.
Yep, because the load screens had that woman that was not
Because-
a character until you got her in DLC.
Because Grand Theft Auto, everybody's been begging for a female playable character. So, and yeah,
It
no,
was
there
5.
hasn't been. None.
So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that it is one of them. You want to take another guess at it?
It was
Well, it
5.
must have been a cheat code. Oh, you know, it had to have been like one of those baby versions that were on a handheld.
Are you a hardcore gamer?
Where you played as a
Uh,
female.
So, this was kind of a trick question. It was the very first Grand Theft Auto.
You were a dude.
Apparently, it says it was the first to offer playable female characters. Grand Theft Auto number 1.
What? What? What?
Whoa.
That must have been like
mind
a.
blown.
What? Yeah, you're right now. I know. I'm offended by that question now. Next one.
All right, next one. Here we go.
Hold on. I want backstory on this. Hold on. I want context of this shit. Hold on.
We'll come to it after the podcast. We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, we got. We're
Alright, here we go.
running way late.
All right, 16. Who helped create Mario, Zelda, and Star Fox?
Shuhei Yoshida?
Eh.
No, it's the guy, Mario, Zelda, and Star Fox. No, it's the guy who passed away.
No,
No?
he's still alive. You're gonna kick yourself when you hear his name.
I am.
Was it Kojima?
No, he's Konami.
I don't know Japanese. I can't
Wait,
keep track of it.
oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Ugh.
You want multiple choice?
If you do that, though, it's going to be too easy.
Oh yeah, you'll get it right away.
Alright, give it to me then. Fuck it.
All right, A. Gabe Newell.
Oh my
B.
god.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, Miyamoto. My bad. Shit, I
Yep.
should have known that.
There
Fuck.
it is.
Why did I not know that?
You knew it. It wasn't coming to you. But yeah, Miyamoto.
Half point, I'll take it.
Take the half point. Take the half point.
Better than no. My question is, that's one you're looking at. It gives you multiple choices for each answer?
Yes.
Well, then I want the full point then.
All right, you get the full
Shit,
point.
I should have everything right by now except one.
All right, here we go. In 2014, Microsoft paid $2.5 billion for the rights to what video game franchise?
In what year?
Repeat
In
that
two-
whole thing.
In 2014,
Gears of War.
Microsoft paid $2.5 billion
Gears
for
of
the
War.
rights to what video game franchise?
Had to have been Gears of War. Because they already had the rights to Halo.
Metal Gear.
No, Gears of War, because they already
think
had...
back 4 years from now. What did Microsoft acquire for a shit ton of money?
That's 2014.
Yeah.
Halo. No.
No, they already owned that. What did they gobble up?
Bungie.
Gears of War.
No, they kind of already owned that too.
Wait, who is it that owns this? Say it again.
Microsoft.
Sonic? I don't fucking know. 2014?
Yeah.
Jeez, 2004. What the?
I wasn't playing.
What did they
back
buy?
then.
What did they buy in 2014?
Alexa.
It was a pretty big purchase.
And if you give me multiple choice, I'm gonna get it easily.
Oh yeah, you'll get it right away.
Oh, I don't want that. I want to struggle. I like the struggle.
All right, let's throw it to chat.
Hardcore.
Anybody and everybody in chat, do you know the answer? In 2014, Microsoft paid $2.5 billion for the rights to
Oh,
what?
Minecraft. My bad.
Game?
Shit, Minecraft. Mojang. Mojang or
Yes.
whatever, yeah. Why did I not?
Good job, Roots.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, God damn, I know, because the one fucking guy got so rich.
MySpace?
And that's it.
No,
guys
Minecraft.
Yeah. Knocked.
MySpace?
No, Minecraft.
Alright, so it's
Good
in the
job,
books. We're
Not bad.
hardcore. It's in the books. Are we hardcore? Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, hardcore gamer.
We're like a chub below hard. Cool.
Nah.
Here's a
I'm
super
always
random
hard.
bonus question. You ready? This is the final one. What does the word Atari mean?
Action.
Good guess. Good guess. No, I didn't know this either, but I find it funny.
Axiom relativity instructor. I don't fucking know.
Wow.
No, Atari means success. Interesting.
Oh, jeez. In Japanese?
I guess so. Yeah, it doesn't say. Wait, I would guess.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
wouldn't have guessed
I gotta
that.
say, thank you, gentlemen, for letting me do that. I thought that would be fun. Kind
It was. I liked
I was
it.
I was hoping we get a little more chat engagement, but you know, there's always
Chat,
next
speak
time.
up next time. We love you guys. We love to hear comments. We want to
Maybe a little further
engage
down the road.
in you.
But you guys did good. But that's all I got.
All right, well, gentlemen, man, we run a mean podcast. Almost 2 hours now. I don't know if YouTube will let you export that.
It probably will.
But yes, everybody watching, please don't be afraid to engage in our chat. We're here every Saturday night, starting at 9:30 or 9:31, depending on what kind of time we're running on.
9:31.
Yeah, hey, sometimes we're a minute behind. It's partially my fault. Probably all my
no
fault.
random people joined the server this time to drag our dead bodies away.
Yes, we are. He is moving quite fast for being crouched. That is.
My back. I'm old.
All right, so if anybody enjoyed this, don't forget that we have a donate button there at deeproots_games. We're starting from the bottom, guys. If you'd like to actually see us maybe do a podcast, but not inside of Ark, go ahead, donate us some money so we can get cameras and whatever, microphones, who knows. That would be awesome. But if at the very least, drop us a follow, whether it's on our YouTube or our Twitch. We'd love to have you guys follow Deep Roots Games.
Yes, follow us at Deep Roots Games. Don't forget, you see what this says? Name this podcast. Submit your names for this podcast. We will gladly take them into consideration, and maybe one day, what you suggest could be the name for the podcast. Maybe so, maybe not. Who knows? But yes, like Spike said, if you donate to us, anything that we get, it's going to go back into the stream. We really want to make it better, but we're definitely starting from ground level here at Deep Roots Games, and anything you donate will go into the future. We will let you know if and when we get stuff. And yeah, microphones. I think that'd be the first thing. Decent microphones. So if there is any audio problems, let us know. And
Next podcast, I'm going to have my drum set back.
yes, next podcast we will try to remember music. We will try to remember a proper intro, or, well, a low-budget proper intro. And don't be afraid to give us a watch during the week when you see me stream. You might see us all playing zombies tonight, soon. And yeah, come and join us. Join us at Deep Roots Games. Join the tribe.
Bye, everybody.
Spike, Highball, it was a
Later,
pleasure,
y'all.
gentlemen, and I will see you guys
Hey, hey, and call back to earlier. If we don't see you, have a good day, good evening, good night.
Wow.
Nice.
Copyright strike.
Later.
It's called language.
Goodbye. Hey, they copyright that. Goodbye.